is that this emphasis and focus on the need to rotate strike is overrated in T20 cricket. T20 cricket is substantively boundary hitting cricket. As long as a man accept that, you can't talk to me, you know. So no more.
How for your taxi reach here? Yo, may have two teachers who are trying to walk to school as we speak.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Do you know exactly what kind of amnesty they're asking for, or is it amnesty to write off the tickets? No, the ticket amnesty, or is it time to pay it?
We don't know. Totally in the dark.
Yeah. Football starts this week.
Following.
This week football starts next week. Sunday.
So less than a week.
All right. And your team is what?
Rest. Yeah.
Me tie down.
Without apology.
Yeah, me
you
tie
don't
down.
have no team.
How you talking?
You're working this.
How you talking?
Which team are you team?
Argentina have manners. We no come off.
You try counter.
No man, you don't want go. No, you just don't want go know when you're Messi. Big up yourself. Walk good.
Big up Jenny. Sports explosion. It is on a Monday morning. Good morning to DJ Xavier. You tell Jenny this morning, say, you're not sure you ever go a niggle. Stop telling that, man. If you go a niggle, you remember say you go a niggle. And but you might, but you're good at pass through. You pass through niggle, you go. What I see? Cause no.
Exactly.
We are going to pass through niggle and what I see? Niggle at the westerly point, the most westerly point of the island, you know, my boss. Niggle point down. Another point of the niggle. Yeah, that down the side there. When you pass through niggle, Jamaica done. Out the side there. You understand? You go west. Big up yourself. Sports explosion it is on a Monday morning. Alright. Monday morning. You don't know, so lots of tits and tats. So we know we're going to mention some things and we're going to forget some things and leave out some things because of time constraints. Bang. We can start one of the World Cup, no? The T20 World Cup. Like we've been updating that every day while it's been happening. So it's over now. England are the world T20 champions. They are currently the ODI champions and the T20 champions of world cricket. The first team in the history of the game to hold both those trophies at the same time. So they are white ball champions of the world. The English are. And they also joined the West Indies as the only two-time world T20 champ. No, not the only. They also joined the West Indies as two-time world T20 champions. We said that right? Yeah. Yeah, so kudos to England. I always start from the tournament start though. If it wasn't going to be Australia, I thought that England was a power team. Yeah, was a team. Was that not power team? Was a team. I thought they were the favored team. I mean, I think I've been saying it from early too. You know, obviously everybody lost the game, but all of the teams lost in the tournament. But I just thought that the English team was always the danger team. Remember that game between England and Australia that got rained out? I mean, I tell you somebody well won that game they play because I know made a back England to beat Australia and knock them out of the tournament from up there. So. But that rained out game between England and Australia prolonged the mathematical chances of Australia staying in the tournament. But of course it never lasted. So if it wasn't for Australia, if it wasn't for England, well, put it this way. All right, yeah, England won. But Pakistan, I thought, as usual, again, as they are prone to do, they came to the big final and underperformed. 130 odd runs on the board, my God. You can't set England them kind of runs in a world, in a T20 game, much as a T20 final. Okay, they tried their best to defend it, but you just never had enough runs on the board. And look here, we're going to close this argument here. We're going to close this argument about singles. And this is the argument. I not building up a straw hat and I move no goalpost. The only argument this T20 discussion when me take on is the fact that I am defending the initial statement. It's not my statement. I go on social media and see the argument and go on around there and I ignored it for a while. But when it got to a point where I couldn't ignore it anymore, the fact that singles and the importance of taking singles are overrated in T20 cricket. That are the point where I agree with vehemently. Right? And it is all said in a context that whenever there is any post-game analysis of T20 games, especially involving the West Indies, all we hear from the naysayers and the spouters of this nonsensical theory is that we did not take enough singles. When singles are not the most important things in a T20 cricket. Every time West Indies lose a game, all you can hear is not rotating the strike and not taking a single. You know why Pakistan loses game? By the way, I watched his final from start to finish. And obviously the English were bowling well. So the Pakistan, they couldn't get the ball off of the square. Baba and Rizwan, they struggled in the power play. And throughout the entire innings, they kept losing wickets at regular intervals. They had difficulty getting the ball to the boundary in the big MCG. But you know what Pakistan did expertly? And that's how we grab them now, you know. Morning, Badger. Anyway, you're the Badger. And yes, how we grab them now, you know. Pakistan were brilliant. Me watch a game one at the time, and I say, yo, I know the singles man, them are going to beat me, you know, because Pakistan were brilliant at turning ones into twos and turning none into ones. They were brilliant at rotating the strike because they couldn't hit the boundaries. Pakistan, I thought it was a textbook performance of taking singles when you're unable to hit the boundaries. That is what Pakistan displayed in that innings. But guess what? You know how much it give them? 130 had got on the board. You know what this proves? And finish the argument now. That this emphasis on this focus on taking singles, we're barking up the wrong tree. The reason why Pakistan lost this final is obviously because they never put enough runs on the board. But the reason why they never put enough runs on the board is because them could not lick with the cricket ball. This is T20 cricket. This is not Test and ODI cricket. The reason why Pakistan only posted 130 is because them could not hit the boundaries. So this argument is supposed to lay to rest now, you know. I mean, let us say it's not going to lay to rest. Because the man, them a win argument specialist them, and them a go twist the argument and move the goalpost. But as me tell a man, the only thing I am arguing with, you know, is that this emphasis on focus on the need to rotate strike is overrated in T20 cricket. T20 cricket is substantively boundary hitting cricket. As long as a man accept that, you can't talk to me, you know. So don't go tell me, say, you know, yes, it's a giver that it is boundary. Don't tell me that, you know. Because the argument is, it is overrated. And this, Pakistan were the very best at rotating strike in this final year. But it's 130 had got on the board. You get me? And 130 had in a T20 final. Soup! England are going to walk around that. And they did. See? Let me say this for you. Let me just say this one thing. I want you all to write down this. All of the naysayers we are trying to argue with me and Badger about that something. Because me and Badger alone are carrying a fight there. At least on this program. Listen to this. You see, the efficiency at taking ones and twos is basically irrelevant if you're not hitting enough boundaries. So taking the ones and twos is a secondary. It is of secondary importance. Because if you're 100% efficient at turn, if let us say you face 120 balls and none of them are not that ball, that means that you eliminate that balls. That means that you turn all of the potential nones into ones and all of the potential ones into twos. If you did that, totally 100% efficiency in that regard, you're still going to lose the cricket match if you don't hit enough boundaries. Now, it is in that context that my good brother, my Christian soldier brother, Baggio, and myself have been trying to teach you common sense in arguing cricket and in this particular issue. So all we are saying, no, we're not telling you, man, say, you must turn ones into twos, you know, and say you must take singles off of that ball, you know. We not come here and tell you, man, that, you know. All we are telling you, say that overrated in a cricket, in a T20 cricket. The most important criticism we ought to be having of the West Indies and now in this Pakistan scenario is that they fail to hit enough boundaries. That is why it's 130 go up on the board and not 180. But the argument, no. Nobody can say nothing more about it. Because the argument don't know. Them can't move no goalpost power again. Because that has been the initial argument. The taking of singles in T20 cricket is overrated. Highly overrated. And when a man go break on and say, and tell me, say 70 at singles in a match cannot be overrated without even trying. See, you're gonna get singles because not every ball gonna go to the boundary. So to point out, say, X proportion of the runs were made in singles and twos, right? Is irrelevant to the point, you know. In other words, what we are trying to explain and get through a thick skull is that you don't go into a T20 game with your primary focus on taking singles and rotating the strike. Your primary focus is to lick the ball over the fence or lick the ball to the fence to get 6s and 4s. Secondary now is if you can't do that, then you get some singles. But if you're 100% efficient at the secondary task without being efficient in your primary task, then you will more than often lose T20 matches. But you make it look like I'm here alone go to school. Anyway, make a dash of that. That is a case closed, you know. A man cannot argue with me argue with a while ago. He must have shift the goal, he must have walk with the goalpost on him head now, you know. But this is what we've been arguing. Say it's overrated. I was watching the Pakistanis yesterday and I said, God no. Rizwan and Babar at one point, and I think they had this left arm brethren combat a tree and him bust this guy out early. The man couldn't hit the fence. They could not hit the fence. But they were brilliant at taking hundreds. Singles. And they push. I saw them push and turn some ones into twos. I could not believe it. It was a textbook display of turning ones into twos, but it's 130 how much? 130 much go on the board. About 137. Dead in at the show. If you're not ball, not traveling over the boundary and to the boundary, you're dead in a T20 cricket. Predominantly, it's a boundary hitting game. Stop talking foolishness and focus on the minor and ignoring the major. We not do that like what the man are doing at the dance hall argument. Anyway, enough beating this up. Bang, 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 bang. Speaking of beatings, the Lakers beat Lankilala Kevin Durant and his New Jersey Nets over the weekend. Lakers playing without LeBron James, and of course, Brooklyn playing without the troubled Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis had 37 points. I think Durant had 31. 37 points and 18 rebounds. And this kind of consistency Anthony Davis have a play with if the Lakers have any chance of even peeping over the playoff fence, you know. Right. Them kind of consistency. And by the way, people, we have to give credit where credit is due. The Russell Westbrook resurgence continued. He had 14 points, 12 assists, and 6 rebounds. And contributed immeasurably to the Lakers' success. He's been playing better than usual this season. I'm not lie to you. Mr. Little Russell Westbrook jump up and block a Kevin Durant shot, you know. Yeah, man, the place smash up, man. I couldn't believe it, man. Russell playing inspired. I'll make a move again. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, Lord, you know, so I'm print this up and I'll leave it. All right. So, the Reggae Girls, they lost 2-1 in the second game against Paraguay. I never watched the game. I saw the highlights. While the Paraguayans, them skillful, man. The 2 goals, them score them. Dash for the Jamaican backline and slot it, man. Somebody who watch the game call and tell me how the game go. Because I never watch the game. I was indisposed doing some other stuff. But I saw the result and I saw the highlights. Some nice goals. Manning Cup semi-final pairings decided. I think Mona going to play JC and KC going to play Stats. A couple of great games. Now the final one of the quarterfinal. Some great games. I think it's Stats JC. I think JC eventually won 3-2. I think. Yeah. Was it JC? No, but and the Mona KC game. That one was a thriller as well. I think KC ran out 4-2. KC were brilliant. I mean, Whisper was brilliant. Here what KC give KC a very good chance of winning the Manning Cup. Them have the X Factor player. Whisper really showed his brilliance yesterday. I mean, he play against him training partner them, you know, so he knew everything about them. So he said it at the end of the game. Said all of these guys, I'm family from Phoenix. He said he know the full squad. So the whole Phoenix squad Craig have up there. I thought Mona played a better overall football game than KC, you know. Yeah, man, it's just a KC of Whisper. A Whisper is superior to the field right now. I don't know if I will make the case that he's the most dominant man in company. That is stretching it. But I'm doing better than the fielder right now. I think he turned 17 over the weekend as well. He had a hat trick, including 2 penalties. I don't think we could have... I see some people online arguing with the penalty calls. I think there were penalties, you know. Both of them are penalty, man. Yeah, man, the youth... The first one was unnecessary, the youth. I think they made gas up the youth too much. I think... the Mona staff, Craig, I think eventually move him from centre half. But him gas up the youth too much. But Whisper is an X factor. And the thing about him, he looks so effortless. And him have deceptive pace. In addition to his skills, you know. These are the kind of things you look for in a players. If you know when players have potential to go far, you know. The basic fundamentals we look for. But when me always tell about the Spanish program, I don't see this in no manual. I don't learn it in no FIFA. In no FIFA training manual. Or no FIFA training session. See? This is pace, movement, ball control, maneuver in the football. Whisper baller, man. As we said, Craig said it the other day, I hope he gets into Europe earlier rather than later. But him I don't know if as we say, I still haven't gotten a chance to look at JC. I still don't get a chance to look at JC. Every time JC I play, I'm busy or do something. But if KC can rally the troops and remain organized and give Whisper 2 or 3 moments in a game, he might go beat up any schoolboy team. Yeah, man. They should win. If KC can organize the team around Whisper and get him some chances. Yeah, man, just get him isolated 1 and 2 times. And he might go create havoc. Bad baller, Craig Butter, you find a little gem again. Craig say at the end of the game, say, only a Phoenix can beat a Phoenix. Craig got the boss. Craig got the boss, you know. All right, people, I have something. I printed it, but you know, say, look like some leave the print on the printer. By the way, the World Cup, the leagues around the world are now on break for the World Cup to begin on Sunday coming. And of course, the EPL is being led by the Gunners of London. Chappie IQ said London is red. He's saying Gunners lead by 5 points over Man City. So all the people who support both Man U and Arsenal, because there's quite a few of them, you know. Arsenal fans are generally City fans, and City fans have Arsenal as them second team. Well, Arsenal are them original team, you know. But them on the City wagon now. So they must be a little bit conflicted now. People like special. People like special one. I'm a virgin, see that one of my grade. Them man, they are City fan quietly, no man. But them used to be Arsenal fans. But, I mean, you should believe now. 14 game in, you're leading by 5 points. That means you can lose to City and still win the title, you know. I don't know if you don't believe. You know, it's Liverpool people, don't make a belief. You know. Eh? Manchester United, though, in the news. Brilliant winner by the young player yesterday. Brilliant winner. But it's Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, he's the man making all the headlines this morning. He did an interview on Piers Morgan show. I try to find the interview, you know. God no. I don't read it. When basically show he's being Cristiano Ronaldo, displaying his personal interest ahead of the team's interest. He said he was disrespected. And he pointed specifically to them not wanting to let him go when he wanted to go. Ten Hag specifically, he pinpointed, saying no respect him because Ten Hag no respect him, Ronaldo. Because he said Ten Hag should have let him go. Ten Hag should... If somebody did call this program and say it, I don't remember if it's Old Trafford, you know. But somebody did call the program and say Ten Hag should have let him go instead of telling him that he wants him to stay and is important to the team's future. So that was a mistake strategically. Because then you have this superstar with an inflated ego, albeit his skills are waning. But you tell him that now and him ego pump up again and he's coming back now expecting to be the focal point of the Man U team. when that in reality was never going to happen. So he felt betrayed by that. Yeah, he felt betrayed by that. But all of this, though, you know, people, all of this is coming from the simple fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is still, like so many superstars have been prone to do, he's basically in denial about the fact that he's not the player he once was. Simple thing, you know. All of this is ego, you know. And you understand his ego make them ball so good, you know. But Ronaldo ego now will get in front of him common sense. He must understand so the man them never want this him. You know, the man them never want this him and just kick him out of the club. So the man them kind of say a thing and say, right, but Christy in himself supposed to look at his game and look at the philosophy where the coach are try implement and realize, say, I am not going to be the guy in this system, you know. Christopher know that. Christopher know that even when the man tell him, say, don't go, it's him, Christopher push and say, no, I appreciate all that you've done for me, Manchester United. Let me go, because I'm not playing at this level anymore. Let me go and play, blah, 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 blah. Christopher know that. Christy, you know what Christy, you know the equivalent of what Christy is doing? Christy is doing like what Kobe did to the Lakers in the last part of his career. Turn the Lakers in a rubbish team because him want to stay and be the guy for as long as him physically could. I mean, when I speak ill of the man we're gone, but I discuss sports. This is akin to what Kobe did with the Lakers in the last part of his career. Cristiano wants to stay at Manchester United, be the guy and turn Manchester United into a rubbish team, further rubbish team than they were before Ten Hag came. So not that. Did I miss anything? We'll take a break, you know. I'll take a break. And then we talk to the callers and the texters and the posters after this. I never wanted to talk so long, you know. 26 minutes after. I mean, and Jenny talk for about 2 minutes. So it's 25 minutes better. Uh-oh. I will go for a quick break and return over the program to the callers, the texters and the posters. 920-2053-920-6441. 878-0120. Basha, you want to call today? Oh, you don't need to call after me done. We don't set it, you know, my boss, and explain it, you know. Listen out for the goalpost movers little more now. I come try to defend that stuff. Singles are rotating the strike. Overrated in the T20 cricket if you're not hitting the boundaries. We're going to learn. So, skull too thick. We're going to play a quick break. Alright, welcome back. I want 30 seconds before I go to the cars. Because I'm going up the Facebook page a while ago and see Bobby Foolish jump out with him fool self. But a man can't take embarrassment, man. Bobby Foolish, oh, you can't embarrass yourself, so. The man jump out on the Facebook page say, comedian Maverick, how you going to get the interview? Or you going to get things when the man said on the interview and the interview not airing until Thursday? Alright. This is what I said I printed and left it over the sports department by mistake. Inadvertently, I printed it off, but me just go up on my phone and find it. I'm going to read it just to embarrass and show the ignorance of Bobby Foolish. You don't understand how journalism work. See, which is how I feel. There are obviously excerpts from the interview that will be aired, I think, on Thursday. Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the BBC me I read from, you know. This is not on a local website, something. Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo says he feels betrayed by the club and does not respect manager Erik Ten Hag and is being forced out. Right? Let me just go down to the actual quotation now from the interview. Asked by Morgan if United's hierarchy were trying to force him out, Ronaldo said, yes, not only the coach, but another 2 or 3 guys around the club. I felt betrayed. Push as to whether or not senior club executives were trying to oust him. He added, people should listen to the truth. Yes, I felt betrayed. And I felt like some people don't want me here. Not only this year, but last year too. Wait, let me see if I find no more. I don't have... Alright, them ask him now about Ten Hag now. I don't have respect for him because he does not show respect for me, Ronaldo said. If you don't have respect for me, I'm never going to have respect for you. Ronaldo also spoke about the loss of his baby son in April and how touched he was by the tribute paid to him by Liverpool fans, of course. You know the class of Liverpool people, blah, blah, blah. The whole interview is 90 minutes long, but Morgan has written a version for the Sun in which he clearly... Bang, bang, bang. You see it, Bobby Foolish? Bobby Foolish. Oh, you like running and embarrass yourself, so Bobby Dunce. Bobby Foolish. Phone times 920-2053, 920-6441. Kempes. Kempes.
Morning, my boss.
Morning. What up on your mind this morning? How are you, sir?
Yeah, me good, man. England T20 thing. You're best right, man.
Boy, me I tell you, man. There was always, I think it was an even field, but me think England was the best team.
Yeah. Me did Pakistan, I did England still. Me just never.
Me too. Me didn't want Pakistan.
Yeah, me never feel so Pakistan that will take it over the line. But me prefer them win more over England. England and Australia, I like them team, you know.
Me like Australia less than me like England. So yeah, me did happy say Australia no winning.
Yeah, India take time I go down that road.
Me don't know what me feel the Indian selectors and the management of the team mess up the team. And of course they never had Jasprit Bumrah, which was a big loss. But this thing, me just think they mess up the whole. I don't know. Yeah, even the game that they lost in the semi-final, I thought their approach was so wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, and but you know, to be honest, you know, the Indian really have that them type what I call them
explosive batsmen.
Yeah.
No man, them have more of them than Pakistan, brother.
No, me know them have more than Pakistan. But when I check India, who now India could have bring, you know, you say that explosive?
Me feel probably Jadeja could have played. Me don't know if he's healthy. But me know, you know, the left arm orthodox Jadeja. Yeah, as we say them lose Bumrah, which is arguably the most effective white ball bowler. But me still feel the kind of the batting where India have. They should have been more dominant in this thing. And then me see, you know, when me realize say the Indian people might lose it. When me recognize say them playing Kartik, a player over Richard Pant. Me say, hold on. India not serious about the World Cup.
No, to be honest, still in the Kartik. Kartik good at finisher.
A joke thing that.
In the IPL.
A joke thing that, my boss.
No, man.
You know, so the first date up, me ask Jerome, me call Jerome.
But this, both of them could have played, no, Kartik is a man normally coming like at 7, come, you know, come finish
but after a while, my boss, them come to them senses and drop Kartik and start play punt. So me vindicated in my initial thoughts. There's no, it look like them a rate punt, my boss.
No, me not go ball about that one, the world.
Well, that was an index, I said.
Me not go ball about that one, let me be honest with you.
Yeah. Why me think punt? Kartik at 37, my boss.
Yeah, me know, but him can play him role, man. He's a man who will come, you know, maybe not work up and really come out. But he's a man who will come do him thing.
That is why, from the first game I realized, I'm flabbergasted. I'm saying to myself, so where's Richard Pant? And Jerome tell me, say, them go for Kartik. Because same thing what you say, Kartik is supposed to be this better. Me say, brother, I don't stop talking. India was serious about this World Cup.
But you are with Pant. I'm going to be honest, you are with Pant now, overall. Pant is a man to me now, for batting at the top 4, you know.
Why?
Yeah, man. Why? The Pant are the top 4 type. Not because the man is aggressive. I'm telling you this word. Sometimes some man is an aggressive batter, you know, but just like number 6 that they come in and start to cover up the ball at the same time. And I really feel all them aggressive and I really team type of thing. That
when you say Kartik is more that kind of player?
Yeah, he's not somebody who come in at number 6 and you start. You have to give him some time, man.
Richard Pant?
Yeah, man.
All right,
you have to give him time.
All right, sir.
Yeah, I understand. Him now come in with 10 ball and, you know, and a theme type of game that I'll do him is an aggressive batsman.
I get you.
And it's a singles argument. You know, so the argument can understand both ways. You know, so none of the two are in the wrong.
I move the man and I move the goalpost.
All right, let me tell you why none of the two are in the wrong. Because at the end of the day, in the world, you can't kill them still. Them never tell us, so they know what the man them say, so they want boundary.
No, man, but nobody never tell them, say, nobody. All right, go on, make your point.
Yeah, the man them tell us, so they want boundary and 60 still. You know, them never tell us, you know, you have to just take, go the.
Yeah, but why them focus? Why the inordinate focus though on taking singles? When that is the secondary most, that is not the most important thing. And there's somebody grab them, you know. And there's somebody grab them, you know, my boss.
I'm going to tell you why.
Because their insistent focus on the lack of singles. When the real problem is that we're not hitting the boundaries.
No, but let me tell you where them go wrong with the argument.
Yeah.
The argument they kind of want to finish up. Them can't just say text it. Can I tell you, see, what them should say, you know, which to me that be a better argument, is that when the situation arises, because you have some scenario in the world where the pitch sluggish and it's you hit boundaries and
the opposing team are ball good.
Yeah.
Like in the final, like in the final with England.
Yeah, so that's what them should say, you know, is that in scenarios, in conditions where boundaries is difficult to come by, rotating the strike now really become a premium.
But that is what they said. But that's a part of the argument, you know.
Yeah, man.
But I am saying to you, you watch a game yesterday?
Yeah, man.
You saw how brilliant Pakistan were at turning ones into twos?
Yeah, but
all right.
This
so
is
that means that aspect of the game what has 100% throttle and is 130 it put on the board. Cannot win cricket with 130 on the board.
Yeah, but overall, nobody never tells you to take the approach whole lot. It just takes singles and you're going to win. It never tells you you're going to win most of the time, you know.
But my friend, what I am arguing, you know, you must remember the premise of my argument, you know. The taking of singles in T20 is overrated, my boss.
No, you see that
it is about a 90% to 10 importance for you liquid the cricket ball rather than take singles.
No, that's the word. You use overrated.
That's where the argument start from.
Yeah, but I think it overrated.
Well, me think so, my boss. It is overrated relative to the amount of focus so them are put on it and relative to the importance of hitting boundaries.
Yes, me far right now the middle of the argument. Yeah. Because me believe that in some scenarios, singles really overrated for true, you know.
Yeah.
Because suppose you're on a pitch and the pitch flat and pitch flat and the boundary them small and me believe on that day, you know, that is really a boundary thing there, you know.
Fine.
But if you set a play on some pitch and the field big and the pitch slow and you know it have a hard to execute boundary shot, me really believe that turning over the strike now overall is a premium because let me tell you this overall, if you have a team of coach, a T20 team of coach, there's some time now we have to tell ourselves, you know, there's 150 on that pitch here.
No, listen to
me. There's a common sense to cricket, you know.
Yeah, man.
So sometimes you have to tell yourself, there's 150, 155 on this pitch is going to suit me, you know.
Right.
But my way of making that 155 now, we are not going to go all out for boundaries because taking boundaries is a risk. And you know, when I take boundaries, them now end up at 50 for 6, you know.
Yes.
We could just simply taking some singles and probably we're 70 for 1 after 10.
Yes.
You understand? And then now the next 10 over now, you can probably even have chance because you have wicket in hand.
Right.
You understand? So can remember that when I think about singles and twos, it is a safer option in the overall.
We understand that, you know, my boss.
You understand?
It is less risky, you know.
In a cricket match.
But you know, so what I got to do? You know, go to the exception in a T20, do you know?
No, I know the exception.
The exception, you know, go to, you know.
No,
you go put a sticky dog wicket now, you know. When no man can play no shot now, you know. That's how you're going to try. Neutralize the argument, you know.
No, man.
Generally speaking, in a T20 cricket, my boss. Unless you're pointing to a scenario now where a man put 120 on the board and defend it.
Alright.
Because no shot can play.
Alright, that's that picture where Pakistan played on yesterday. That was never going to be a 180 pitch.
Alright, fine.
You understand?
Fine.
It was never going to be a 180 pitch. A 160 on that pitch.
Yeah, would have been competitive.
Would have probably, you know, give Pakistan a 80% chance.
But you know, so why I come out firing so much this morning? Is because of how impressed I was with how Pakistan were able to do what these people have been preaching.
Yeah, but
it was brilliant, you know, boss. Put the argument aside. Put fun and joke on the argument aside.
But
when I was watching Baba Azam and the rest of them about them, I say, yo, me see the man put the feet of them under some pressure, you know, my boss, and I turn some ones into twos, you know.
Yeah,
this is brilliant. But at the end of the day, my boss, at the end of the day, it is not enough to win T20 cricket match.
No, but yeah, we're going to get catch.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get catch on this one.
Yes.
What's the approach England took yesterday?
No, but
they never go with a boundary eating approach.
No, but when you chase...
They say if England did go with a boundary eating approach and lose and end up like us at 60 for 5, they would have probably never made the 130.
But my brethren, when you go wrong with that now, when you're chasing 130 now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to take no risk.
Because you don't have to do that because the scenario presents itself.
No, man, if England did have, if Pakistan did put 180 on the board, Alex Hazem and Josh Butler would have come out and lick with the ball from day one. Because they are good at it.
You're not sure about that. You're not sure about that.
Because you're chasing 130, you don't have to do that.
No, you're not sure about that. Because one, remember, Pakistan bowling attack not give us so much runs from the tournament start. And looking at that condition yesterday, if Pakistan somehow did reach 180, may I tell you that England did not that game.
Well,
because England, me glad they're not even on a top farm either, although them powerful, you know.
Me just think if them in a chase 170, 180, they would have come out guns blazing.
Yeah, but overall, remember, Sri Lanka give England 140, and England butter to make the score,
Yeah.
Afghanistan give them 111, and England butter to make the score. You know why them butter? When it's a butter, you understand? Remember?
Yeah, the conditions.
The condition. Them could come out firing for boundaries.
Yeah.
You
I understand that,
Thing. That's why I said the argument now, I think the better argument still on the other side still is that when the scenario and the condition.
No, man, but that's again, that's what them say.
Single cannot do overrated.
But alright, let me put this on it then. Generally speaking in T20 cricket. Because what you're pointing to is an exception, Generally speaking. I want to tell you, even when the wicket them are some sticky dog too. If you're not eating up, like yesterday we have to pack it, if you're not eating up boundaries, you're going to lose.
No.
Because you're not going to put enough runs on the board.
No worry, I cannot.
You know, so somebody need to give me the boundary count. I don't think Pakistan league 3 success in them about.
No, but how much England?
But England never needed to. If they needed to, they would have.
You can't say them not need it to. You can't say them not need it to.
130.
If Pakistan did bowl bad, suppose Pakistan did bowl bad. And in England, who might get around then a 10 over. You know why England cannot approach it like that? The bowling was so good. The bowling was so good, and based on how the condition played, England realized that, hear what?
Okay.
If we go for too much boundaries and take too much risk, and end up 50, 60, 55, we're going to find ourselves in problems. So the best approach is to rotate the strike, run between the wicket, run hard between the wicket, and take it as deep as possible.
Yeah, man. And them do that well, man. Because they lost the early one. All right, we have to go. We have to take another one.
Yeah, man. All right, cool.
Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Mario, morning, Mario. Oh, somebody tell me said Jadeja injured. So Jadeja was out and Bumrah was out. Big loss to India. But me still feel India have enough depth and quality to have made a better push at this World Cup. Mario, morning.
Blessings, man.
Morning, my boss.
Yeah, respect. Yeah. No, it's this with the West Indies with the T20 thing.
Yeah.
But you're saying people are moving the goalpost, but I think you are moving the goalpost.
No, sir.
No. This one, I say, man. When the argument initially started, right? Jerome made the point in the context of West Indies cricket and the fact that they don't have the talent, not the big hitters like a Chris Gayle or a Karen Pollard or the Andre Russell to make the big hit. So they have to tailor their game, right? Yes. You say that you think that ones and twos are overrated. It is overrated in the wider context, of T20,
Yeah, man.
But in the of course it is overrated.
Yeah.
Because it shows over and over, in the wider context of T20. However,
in the West Indies,
the argument was made because of the West Indies and the fact that they were using they were what you call it now.
I use up too much dot balls.
Dot balls.
Yes.
Yes. So it's in the context of the West Indies, right? So what Jerome was suggesting that in order for us not using up so many dot balls, we need to try and rotate the strike because we no longer have the big hitters, but we can count.
But we don't have the strike. We don't have the strike rotation skills either.
No.
So we don't either fish nor foul.
No. Yeah, fine if you want to say that. But I'm talking.
But that is the point I was making to Jerome. Said them man where we have, them poor and hit my them man are not rotating no strike, my boss.
So we don't have no talent because they want to be big hitters and they cannot be big hitters. They are not an Andre Russell or a Karen Pollard and to a lesser extent a Dwayne Bravo. So they themselves too are hurting themselves because they don't want to rotate the strike, but they want to play like a Chris Gayle or a Karen Pollard, which they cannot do. So that is in the context where the argument started. And I will agree with you, in the wider context of the T20, it goes right through this World Cup, that singles, if that was the premise of their argument, I would have agreed with you 100% because...
Them say taking singles just as important as hitting boundaries in a T20.
I was thinking it. No, when we hear the argument, I am following up the argument, and it was within the context of West Indies now. But you make it a broad...
it started as a general statement for T20 cricket.
Because
when it come on West Indies now, my disagreement with Jerome and company was that these players where them have on top about them going to start rotate strike. Them man, they're not doing it, they're not capable of doing it, brother. And them not mentally, them not prepare themselves mentally to do it either.
So you find West Indies are always be a failure because They don't want to take the singles, and they are not.
And they cannot rotate the strike.
They cannot rotate the strike.
That's why we saw what this now.
T20, yes, with T20 in a. Because listen, I was watching. I was at work yesterday, you know.
Yes.
And I was following up the T20 with Pakistan, and I'm telling you, I pictured West Indies in the position of Pakistan with a ball out to about 80 runs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because the bowling did good. The bowling did good. The boundary them big, and the wicket now not conducive to stroke pace. So we don't get ball out for about 60 yards yesterday.
If Pakistan did take the approach of the West Indies,
yeah,
they would have been the weather call them that be in the match.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
What Pakistan? So you are making the point that Pakistan, you see, they don't make no front. But in the context of how they do it, if the argument started off with a West Indies, you know, and if you put West Indies in that picture, West Indies board out, they would be humiliated. Man.
But then again, in a T20 cricket, my boss, boundary hitting is the nature of boundary hitting, that it's a high risk strategy, So it's almost as if you're boundary hitting, how West Indies win them 2 world titles, my boss. If the boundary hitting don't come out, them lose, Because there's no middle game. There's no middle game. I think if West Indies had a middle game while we were playing those 2 World T20, we wouldn't win none of them, And we'd have get caught in the middle and don't know what we are doing. Like this team here now, and we couldn't beat nobody. It's because we had a conviction. Darren Sammy used to state it publicly in the interviews. We are a boundary hitting team. We don't mind blocking the odd ball here and there because we're going to make it up when we hit 6s and 4s. That was the mindset of that West Indies team,
Because they had the player who have proven it time and time again.
Well,
in this current crop of West Indies, we don't have that player.
Fair point.
We have to try and say, listen. Because if somebody make a general argument, say 1s and 2 important, maybe this system, because the whole premise of the T20,
it's really for the cricket ball.
Really for the cricket ball. So if somebody try to argue, and say, boy, it's important in the wider context of T20.
Well, that is where the discussion emanated from. That is where the discussion emanated from. And when the statistical data was presented to prove that point, then move the goalpost, go around and say, when you can't get some play shots, you take some singles. That's a given.
Yeah, but we don't have the crop of players right now. So what West Indies need to do is get players who have to take the 1s and 2. And what maybe be...
And some disagree, No,
but we don't have the players.
You may disagree, I don't think West Indies should go to look players to take 1s and 2s. I think we need to go for another, go look for try create another crop of boundary hitters like the ones that won us 2 world titles.
Because that's on the premise of the game. So we need big hitters, but we don't have that kind of current cut of players. So we have to revamp the West Indies thing. We want to take on this music thing, but next time we'll call it because I want to make a point. But
big argument, good reasoning, blessings. Reasonably put, I think. Stereo King, no error King. Calling from the dentist chair. Stereo King.
No error, Mr.
No error King.
Morning. There. I will just call a while ago. We go.
Yeah, man. That's good balanced reasoning,
Yeah,
well, the both of them.
Yeah, because I really and truly, realize with West Indies, it's most of the money where I go play T20. I test batsman them for me,
What you say, a test batsman them?
Yeah, man. Most of them are test batsman.
You serious?
Right now. Yeah.
Poor and I hate my.
With some of them money now, is high. Remember, you say a 6 hitting but win the World Cup. If you check them money now consistent.
The big hitters?
Yes.
No, because a high risk something and you go out sometime.
Yeah, me know about what I say.
And when you have a 6 hitting team like that, you have a little foil in the batting order like what we did with Marlon Samuels.
You say, even like Brandon King, you know, them has no 6 hitters. But when they look, the team consists of some player like a stroke player like a Brandon King, a Hetmaya, and them man there. They now go see.
And look where the team come. And look where the team there. That's my point.
Yeah,
we were better off when we had some efficient boundary hitters, remember?
Yeah, so that's why I say.
Yeah.
Is it them money really and truly them money? I rotate the strike until them start the ball big,
Yeah, really and truly.
Yeah, really and truly them money never start get some 1s and some 2, and at that point now you can see the ball big they say you try to go for some 6 and 8. But when you go at the crease now and you face 3 ball and you 4 and you start go for 6, it's not work, so.
Yeah.
You gotta look ordinary. So that's really the problem, you know, because no, when you look on the team, you're not seeing a Russell, you're not seeing a Carlos Brathwaite, you're not seeing a Pollard, you're not seeing even a Louis Bravo.
Yeah,
but them they know it's alright. Try it and prove it.
What about the argument that the game changed somewhat in that the bowlers have got much smarter and much more variations in a T20 bowling now than when we won those 2 World Cups? What do you say about that argument?
More to say, as I tell you before, you know, it's them crap West Indies man and Mavic, man, you know, use them brain.
And they look too one-dimensional.
Yes. So more don't want to solely say, alright, the game changed and them West Indies man, I don't know.
I agree with you.
It's just a mindset.
I agree with you.
Yeah, man.
Them too premeditated, my boss.
Yeah, it's just a mindset at the man them. You get me, I say? And
because you feel Josh Butler and them man, they are killer when it comes to clearing the boundaries, you know.
Me not even talk about the next one.
Alex Hales.
No, not Alex Hales.
And Jimmy Beers son of play.
Yes. What do you want to make about
Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes.
God.
Yeah, man.
If you have anything Ben Stokes spoke, right, no problem.
Yeah, man.
That Ben Stokes can see the ball big, you know.
Yeah, man.
You get me?
But him also have good temperament. Him bat like a test batsman.
Yes.
When needs be.
Yes. But as I say, I just a mindset with them.
I look here. Sterling King, it's embarrassing sometimes to see your West Indies play, you know. One-dimensional and they just come out and when you look them out, them say 68 for 7 and all them something, you know.
Yeah.
But I can understand the man them playing that way, my boss. I can understand them playing that way.
Realize even at times even the Jamaica Scorpions that pick up the same habit.
Yeah. You play 50 over cricket and them play the same kind of way.
Yeah. So it really reminds me, remember them have match later, you know, 1 o'clock, you know.
Oh yeah.
Them win
them alright now.
If them win, I think they top the group, I think.
Yeah. By the way, we have watched some regional, we have watched some Super 50 yesterday. One seam bowl, let me see. Only command from Ronald Leewards, brother.
Yeah, alright.
Them have a next little youth round their bowl, right arm, half spin. What name? Right arm, what name? We never know him name. I am the leading wicket taker for Leewards.
My question to you, my friend, right?
So, you saw hear some man come past a radio station and say, this you turn up. If take 200 regional wickets at 18 and 19, you know, he must get a West Indies player.
No, because here the next problem is
for your bowl slow and turn over your arm, you go out some man run.
Yeah, because I be a slow pitch in the Caribbean nowadays.
How do we expect to develop fast bowlers if our attitude, if the captains across the region and the pitches across the region and our approach to cricket across the region is counter the encouragement of fast bowling, my boss? How we are going to develop fast bowlers?
We continue to get some medium pace. Even something you realize that him come like him turn big ball overnight. Kyle Myers with him look medium.
Yeah. Me watch a regional Super 50, you know. And so, you watch from ball 1, you know. And they ask for that, get the ball from ball 1, you know, brother.
Yeah. But
so the pace, all the pace.
So right now, wouldn't even at the grounds, man, them are the problem then. They can't just play.
Part of the problem.
Eh?
Part of the problem.
Yeah, part of the problem. They must set the pitch, you know. Right? They must set the place and get up overnight and say, right, we have set the pitch.
Sure.
Nikita Miller never say, right, he must set the pitch. You get me, I say, that's really the problem.
Yes,
football now, boy, Chelsea, boy.
Why, Potter out?
Me want if it's a bounce check, Potter get in an account.
5 years worth of money you have to pay me now. 5 years. The man signed a smart contract.
Potter don't have a clue, man.
The man has struggled, man.
What me say, let me see Arteta. I say, why Potter? Sometimes man have to use them break. He must say, alright. Me watch Arsenal game over the weekend, right? And I think most is Xhaka out. I think Xhaka supposed to injure him come out. You know that?
For who?
Eh? Arsenal.
Xhaka?
Yeah.
Xhaka no play?
No, I think him injured, man. Come off, in the game.
Okay.
They got injured and he had to come off. I know, say, if I probably Potter court aside, he would have bring an El Nene, who is like, you know, El Nene and Xhaka play the same position.
Right.
And Fabio Vieira, the man put on, because I guess what? He knew, when him, Arteta realized, say, man, dominate the game, so which means they don't. It's like holding midfielder, you go for an attacker, who can find a little creative spark.
No, but what you done to what you think as a coach in us Turkey?
No.
If you dominate a game and I lead a game, you lead the game? You might lead the game?
No, he never lead at the time.
Oh, but he might dominate possession.
Yeah, but dominate possession. And me say I tell you, say Nilan, if a some coach, they not go like for like. And bring the next holding midfielder, say, your job side of party.
Then what will be wrong with that? If you are already dominating a game, and one of your players get hurt, what you want to do is continue to dominate the game same way, you know. If a player gets hurt, then nothing will be wrong. If you replace that player with a like, because you're already dominating the game.
Yeah, but in that case, you need a next creative player.
No, but you change the balance of your game now. So we can't agree with you, you know. What you'll be doing now, you'll be changing the balance of your team now, you know. You're in a dominant position, a player gets hurt. You know, to want to trouble the balance of that team, you know.
No, that's what I said. No, depends on the situation. No, just the same thing with the man who play cricket, you know. Situational cricket. You know, say, at the same Fabio Vera, come on and find a little pass and find the assist. Arsenal opening game. That's what I said, the balance change.
Well.
How do we get to me, I say?
I hear you.
I not get to me, I say.
I think I get you, but me not necessarily agree.
You know, because remember, you know, you bring on El Nenina. El Nenina doesn't stand up side of Thomas party. And just a keep. Well, you know, if you're old, so the team already on the first.
Where was Zaka playing?
You know, Jaka and party play right in front of the back four, you know. And they might hold it mid, you know.
Okay.
You get me, I say?
Alright.
Yes, that's the problem. But boy, the rest of me at the World Cup and the look of me, I tell them, Maverick.
Well,
if I never do World Cup, I think Pata would have gone by about this thing. No, a serious thing. Because Pata come like, me no know. In the Pata manage over a dozen games for Chelsea, and he can't find a starting 11, and he was a chop and change. Every game, I make more 4 or 5. I don't know.
It's a small team coach with a big team.
Boy, that's why you can't pressure Pep say all the money, big money coach team him going on. Because you know, as a matter of fact, the same thing we have pressure Pep out, you know. You know that Ancelotti do? You realize, Maverick? Think about it. Remember, Ancelotti got them Real Madrid, them AC Milan, them Chelsea, them big side the Ancelotti go. You want little time go in at Everton, no, he have to take for himself. I'm down back Real Madrid. So the same thing we have pressure Ancelotti for, you know. I pressure Pep for, you know. You realize the same thing Ancelotti do? Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Eh?
I get you, sir.
Alright, so that's why I say you can't put too much pressure on Pep and say he only go at clubs where have big money. A fact that, you know. A fact that. But guess what? Ancelotti has done the same thing. Because check the clubs them where Ancelotti go over the years. They have a big name clubs and they have money. Because guess what? No big coach now and go on a small club and small along their reputation. Right? So now you how much money the club have and how much ball and must spell, you still have a manager you still need a manager to put it together.
You know Pepper the best at that, man.
You get me, I say?
Pepper the best at that, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Ancelotti can do it, man.
Big up yourself, Error King. No stereotype. We'll go for a quick break and come back. Okay, welcome back to the Sports Explosion. 920-2053, 920-6441. We're loud on Hits 92 FM. The week before the start of the Qatar 2022 World Cup Finals. People start feeling excitement, no? Teams start fly out now and start arrive in Qatar. No, you know, we just see a picture of the Germans coming out of them plane with them flag bright. Yeah, the excitement. World Cup time, you know. Them time of the year, man. Shakes, morning Shakes.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning, my boss.
Well, it's not them time of the year because it's the first time it's ever happened still.
True. It's not them time of the year.
So really and truly,
it's really not them time of the year.
There's no.
Just says World Cup time. World Cup time.
Yeah. I think you're going to have to keep on singing it in people's ears for them to really actually realize that the World Cup is on. Because even for me,
it's kind of weird.
You don't get the feeling that the World Cup is being played, even though you know that the World Cup is being played. So some quick things.
I think when it start, though, we'll be.
I know.
We get in the groove quick.
Yeah, when Sunday come and you actually get to see the first game, you're like, this is actually the World Cup going on.
Ecuador versus Qatar in the first game.
Yeah. Quick things. Where's Ancelotti or Pep?
For what?
And based on
for goat?
No. In terms of what's his name again? Chelsea man. I'm gonna say.
So him throw one at you with the Ancelotti Pep thing, you know. So me just a follow up on it and just asking you.
Yes.
So
you mean when Stereo Kings?
Both of them. Yeah, Stereo King. Both of them go to big teams, right? And
right.
and that can spend money, right? So, but they have one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So who you say, Ancelotti or Pep?
We think Pep better at big teams, man.
Oh, okay.
Pep better at big teams. Pep is the best at big teams.
Even though Ancelotti have more Champions League?
Yeah, because he's probably not the game longer. Probably not the game much longer. You know, but Pep, I don't think Pep has no equal at big teams.
All right.
He's best able to get his big teams to play.
No, I just asking, you know, because you never really answer the question when you throw it out.
No, overall, probably more of it. I think it's when you look at his overall career, you know, probably it's arguable to say Ancelotti is a greater coach than Pep.
Correct.
I think so.
The Pakistan versus England.
Yeah.
All right. First and foremost, oral. The grounds are big, right? In Australia.
Right.
So boundary team kind of out of it when it comes on.
Especially the MCG.
Thank you. When it comes on to Australia, boundaries are really out of it because not only T20, Test cricket and one-day cricket, you struggle for boundaries because the grounds are massive, right? If you check the total, you know, Pakistan scored 8 fours and 2 sixes.
Tell us, 2 6 man.
2, yeah. England are the same, 2 sixes.
But them have about 14 fours though.
But they had 14 fours.
Yeah.
I put it to you though. You say England won the game comfortably. I disagree.
Yeah.
The game literally changed when Shaheen Shah Afridi picked up his knee injury.
Oh man, it's always gonna be a stretch for Pakistan defending.
Oral, you say that after the fact, but during the match, the match was so. Listen, you see when Naseem Shah was bowling.
Yeah.
England, in his over, England had 43 balls at that time. You know,
come on, Ben Stokes, as long as Ben Stokes never get out, boss.
Oral, and that's why I'm saying. You're saying that after the
they were always gonna win as long as Ben Stokes never get out. How many wickets? How many wickets England end up losing? 5?
Either 5 or 6. But Oral, you see, when you take out the best bowler out of a team,
how many overs he had left?
6.
How much overs he had left? 2. Yeah.
He only bowled 1 a 6 per over the man got, you know.
Yeah.
And remember, you know, if you factor in the ground, the size of the ground, you can't really get him off.
Yeah, he's a wicket taker too.
Plus the man is a wicket taker because he reverses the ball. So he's a new ball attack bowler, and when it comes on to the older ball, right? So you can't tell me say they would have win the game comfortably just because Ben Stokes.
I thought
even if you want to say England would be slight favourites, I believe the game. I saw that game going to a super over.
Well, the man make Abdul Rashid look like Shane Warne, my boss. And that man is no Shane Warne, brother.
Oral.
See the man deceive Baba, make Baba play across the line.
But oral. But you could say the same thing. But the same thing happened on both sides because none of the teams, if you want to say none of the teams were at their fluent best. Right. What I mean, taking into consideration is a final, so you know high pressure and everything. Right. But when you really think about it, you know the only game that England really dominated
New Zealand
in the entire tournament was the game against India.
The semi-final.
Yes. All the other games they remember, you know, even though you might say England turned out to be the best team of the tournament. Yeah. Right? Really and truly, as a caller previously said, England struggled to win some of their games. Yeah. Like they barely scraped through against Afghanistan, them barely scraped through against Sri Lanka, them lose to Ireland, right? And really and truly, no matter what, even if you want to say, listen, England are a better T20 team than Australia. You see, if you don't play a game, you can never know the outcome. You see that rained out game?
India would probably give them a better fight than Pakistan did.
Who?
India. In the final.
No. You know why I never want India to go to that final? Because
for me, when Pakistan face India, there's always one winner. There's always one winner. So I really never want India reach to that final because for some strange reason, Pakistan always fold under the pressure when they play against India. So I preferred a neutral team outside of Asia, to play against Pakistan. But as I said, for me, that game was going down to a super over if it weren't for that injury to Shaheen. Yes.
We don't know.
Moral.
We don't know. Unless
you say you watch the game.
Yeah.
You say you watch the game ball by ball.
Yeah.
Go back to when Shaheen Shah Afridi bowled the first delivery of his third over. Yeah. That was the only ball he bowled and he came off the field right after that.
Yeah, because he got hurt when he took that catch.
England, they were leading on Duckworth Lewis turn by 1 run. 1 run. Even though they had wickets in hand, they were only leading by 1 run. And the top bowler was coming back to bowl. And that man is a wicket taker. And you can't tell me that England were going to just suddenly go and get boundaries of Shaheen Shah Afridi. No, because previously...
What was the runs required per over though? It could not have been high.
The runs, was, I think, it was 30-something or 4 overs. But remember that it came down in terms of the runs less than the balls when the off spinner came on and Ben Stokes got the 4 and the 6. So that changed the game, So up until that point when Shaheen was coming to bowl, it's only 160 man them hit, And that was Josh Butler.
But I said them never needed to really, They could have been measured. They were measured and mature about it because they never had to take any risks.
Oral, you keep saying that. But guess what? Another thing to factor in, England's middle order has been terrible for the entire tournament. Terrible. Which is why them literally struggled. Even a few of the games, it was literally Ben Stokes, who despite not playing T20 for such a long time, was the one that engineered the victory for them.
Right.
Not just in this game, but the other game. Go and look back on it.
All
and
right.
I'm sure if you go and look back on it...
It was replayed last night, but we never watched it.
At that key moment, just look back at that key moment in the game.
All
for the World Cup though, last thing, for the World Cup, you don't know, I don't want too many people in the Brazil wagon. Like, honestly. Because guess what? You see, this time around, because me always critical of Neymar, right? And the whole antics of rolling on the floor. Because me call him roly-poly because as we always say as well, you always say him stop the game to get free kick.
Yeah.
And that's not the Brazilian way of playing football.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I tell him, say them overrate Neymar.
Thank you. Me too. Right?
Overrate Neymar.
I agree with that.
Highly overrated.
But guess what? You see, this team, Dani Alves should never ever be there.
Yeah.
Right? Cheerleader that.
That's my worry.
What experience can Dani Alves bring?
He brings some intangibles, the coach, I'm going to tell you. Leadership in the dressing room.
Like what?
Yeah. Been there and done that experience.
Which World Cup? Which World Cup, Oral?
But here what you have to bear in mind was, Shakes. I was thinking about it. The wing backs for Brazil are arguably their weakest. I mean, relative to the other position.
Correct.
Arguably their weakest.
But guess what? You see?
That's why Dani Alves could have make a squad like this.
But hold on. Bring Gabriel from Arsenal, who has been playing extremely well all season, and put Marquinhos, who has played at right back before. Tell me, you want to play Marquinhos over Dani Alves?
No, man, Gabriel can play centre for Brazil and win World Cup.
Hold on.
Not doing that. We not take that chance. We not take that chance.
Wait. Me never say Gabriel has started.
Then if you move Marquinhos, who you want to put a centre?
So hold on. What about Militao?
The way you're carrying Gabriel for?
Who has been playing. Hold on. He's just there to fill us.
As a case. As a backup. Instead of Dani Alves.
If you are going to really put Dani Alves on your field?
Why? So man said not playing like him age.
If you had two players to choose from, Gabriel and Dani Alves, to put on the football field, whether at centre back or right back, who you'd have put on?
Me don't overly rate Gabriel though, you know. Probably because
it's not about rating. As I said, he's not first, second, third. choice centre-back for Brazil. As I said, Eder Militao.
Right.
I would start him. I would literally play Martinez as my right back.
And who play who was the two centre-half?
Militao and Thiago.
So
Militao has been playing well for Real Madrid.
Yeah. I know, but is him and Marquinhos and play centre-half?
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's how I would do it. If I wanted to fill in another slot where I move Marquinhos and keep.
Okay, I get it.
Keep Dani Alves at home. But you see the forward line, that's the best part of Brazil.
Well, we're going to see what teacher do.
The forward line, because whereas the two previous World Cups, we were highly dependent on Neymar.
Yep, I've been saying that
for
all over the place.
Inspiration and to fire and score goals. And if he's not really on his game, then nothing really happen in the knockout stages. It's different now where the defenders, anywhere across the forward line, apart from Gabriel Jesus.
Why? No, man, Gabriel Jesus can play a role, man.
Oral, Gabriel Jesus.
What?
Gabriel Jesus has not played for Brazil for the longest while as a centre forward, right? As in the forward line, right? So really and truly you bring Gabriel Jesus
as a number 10.
As a backup.
Number 10.
Because Richarlison is the one that's going to start up top.
Right.
So if you were looking for somebody that was slightly different, you better take Bobby Firmino.
Over Gabriel Jesus?
Yes.
Well, Firmino my baller, but we don't agree with you.
Just in terms of the style of play.
We don't agree with you, sir.
Just in terms of the style of play.
Firmino my baller, but we not carrying in the farm with them there right now. Me not carrying Firmino over Jesus.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The form that they're in right now, you don't realize that Gabriel drop off.
Fine, but I just
Firmino pick up.
I think
really and truly Firmino pick up because he's been getting more game time.
Gabriel Jesus is not your stand up number 9 in number boss.
Yeah, I know that.
Him drop deep and him press hard and him do more work.
If Neymar get injured, Gabriel Jesus can fill the role Neymar play.
They will have pocket on them. You have to play this, man.
Them and they are going to play it.
Yeah.
All right.
So me hear the Alabalu about Firmino.
So what's the role of Gabriel Jesus in the team then?
Well, he's versatile. He can play more than one role. If something happens to Richarlison, I suppose them can slot him on number 9. Him can play wide. Him can play number 10. And
Gabriel Jesus don't score goals for Brazil in
he hasn't scored up to now.
Oral, Gabriel Jesus has not scored for Brazil,
Not at the World Cup. All right, Shakes, we have to take another one.
All right. But look at that point here and come talk about it during the week.
All right. Bless you. All right. Go for another one. Red Force. Not Red Devil, but Red Force.
Yeah.
The difference between Red Force and Red Devil. This is Red Force.
Yeah, Red Force. Yeah.
Morning, Red Force. What about my boss?
Yeah, me there, man. Red Force are on a migraine,
Welcome to the Big Bad Show, man.
Yeah, man, the Big Bad Show, man. We listen to the program every man in the world.
Big up yourself, sir.
Yeah, man, the program is nice, isn't it?
So what draw you out this morning, though?
Well, I promise them one call the program in about 2 shows so big.
I forget you.
In a hotel, no forget you.
Hey, Bajo?
No, man, I'm Catalan boss, man.
Hey, the Catalan boss, find the formula,
Yeah, man,
the man find the formula.
Yeah, man, Catalan boss, bad.
Yeah, man, you bad, man.
Yeah, man. But this argument I know well. But the single argument. I want big overrated argument between you.
Let me know that, man.
Yeah, because there is no way you can look on a man like Chris Gale.
Come on for speaker, Red Force. You're up on speaker. Or you have in your headset. Yeah, better now, clearer now.
Yeah. I said there's no way you can tell a man like Chris Gale and Evan Lewis and them man just go rotate right.
The man are not ready, sir.
And David Warner and Glenn Maxwell and Aaron Pinch and them man. They can't tell a man go rotate right.
Well, yes, Australian, they rotate strikes in as much as you see David Warner play shot him runs too,
Yeah, but look at this. I see David Warner. Them man they are ball beater. Even a test cricket I beat them man they beat balls,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the single argument, I want joke argument.
In a T20 cricket overrated.
Yeah, in a T20.
It is not your primary modus operandi in a T20.
Yeah, the single and rotating strike should not be a main core function.
Right.
In a T20. If you never put a run on the board, 120 can win.
Then Pakistan show you that?
Yeah.
Now Pakistan were brilliant at rotating strike night final, you know. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And look where you put
it all based on the condition still, but you still have to go try and find some way.
Some innovative ways to hit the boundaries.
Yeah.
Or else you're not going to have enough runs.
Yeah, if you bowl good, you have to go find a way to get him off fine line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody now pick and Joe to go rotate no strike.
No, sir. No, sir.
So this argument...
Let me tell you what we think have the red force.
Yeah.
We think them, a lot of the time when they discuss this issue, they conflate traditional cricket like Test cricket and ODI cricket. Because what them says stands 100% in a Test cricket and ODI cricket, you know, my boss.
Yeah.
100%, you know. But you see that T20 cricket, T20 cricket and liquid the ball cricket, my boss.
Yeah, man, you have to do that.
Liquid the ball cricket, you can the rest of something them secondary and not a close secondary, no, a far secondary.
Yeah, you have to liquid the ball, man.
So anytime you lose a cricket match on account of your batting in a T20 cricket, 9.9% of the time, 99.9% of the time is because you don't hit the boundaries enough.
Yeah, for real.
Don't really.
What may I say now? You're going around there now. When you sit down.
You dread out the ball head. Oh, the ball head.
We ball head first, man.
Yeah.
That touch is dread too, man.
No, man, you can't call back on there, no. Dread out malice, you know, my boss.
Yeah, me know, so malice me still, but yeah. You're going around ball head now. Hey, you feel to them, man, they're going as fan?
No, man, them on their City and Pep fan, my boss.
Yeah, man. Me not call them and tell them all the while.
Them on their City and Pep fan. Them can't cheat me.
Remember last season, the man that cost Arteta.
Yeah?
Cost him man and say man no good, the man not ready, and this and that.
Them man, they're not Arsenal fan. I don't know we know that, man.
Yeah, the man doing a fairly good job now, you know. I lead the
boss, you ever hear the man that talk about Pep and City?
Yeah, me remember.
That is our fan talk about his team. All the man that talk about Pep and City.
Me say, alright, me have him number 3, you know. You see every day I look on the man status, the man post Pep, him post Alan.
You ever see Arteta on it?
No, sir, I just can't find him on the status, man. No, man, me tell him every day, someone Arsenal fan, every day me tell him.
But me don't know why them shame it so. Me know them, my boss, enough of them you have, you know. Yeah, man, the man them want to set and walk on this them just, them love ball still, you know. Them love ball, but them don't really have no team.
Yeah.
Them just love the hot team and the coach where play the fancy football. So them don't really have no team.
Yeah, man, I don't say to man. I want big up somebody call them still before me go, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, big up Catanine.
Catanine, boss.
Banner, big up Bugs, big up Al Potter, say name.
Yeah, man, Potter, man.
Yeah, man, the man make the program nice, man.
Up and running.
I'm like our past Chelsea, you know, those man who want to go now.
Yeah, Chelsea, yeah, me never mention it to Sturking, look while we step past Chelsea, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, a sixth place in the NI League now, you know.
Yeah, and you know, when me that's about the dread, I know, me not really beat him still.
No pressure, Dread, can't understand, so the Dread.
Yeah, man, that's drop out.
Him under some bereavement, so condolences in his family,
yeah,
yes,
man,
sir.
I want offer some condolences.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah,
man. I tell you, so kind of cool off him.
Yeah, man, that's why I'm not pressure him so awfully. Yeah, because he's lost his mother over the weekend. Condolences to the Dread.
Yeah, so
you're still my brother, you know, are you a malice me, you know? You know, Dread, so don't feel
Yeah. Hey, I'm more big up, there's something, the schoolboy football guru on there, Shipping Port.
Yeah, Shipping Port, yeah, man. When Shipping Port wants some correction about schoolboy football, when you call you on sir.
Yeah, man.
Some more time he talk something around there, want some correction.
Yeah, man,
and the man around there can't correct him, you know.
Yeah, he's supposed to listen to the program I know too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I encourage him to call you, man.
Yeah, man, if you want to talk about schoolboy football, I mean if you talk to you know. Now the man around there no play schoolboy football, them no know schoolboy football. Come talk to me, Shipping Port. Give me formula when you talk to him. Give me formula, make him call.
Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, big up yourself, alright.
Alright, blessings, Red Force.
Yeah.
I check in for the first time. Well, what a migration of callers in Liverpool from one Red Force to another Red Force. By the way, the man who beat me about Darren Nunes now, you know. I'm start scoring now. The man who say, yeah, see the man we said a good start scoring now double over the weekend. We beat up Southampton. Who that? Who we have? Liverpool.
Wagwan,
Oh, Portland.
Yeah, one in
Portland man. Pass. I won't leave off your surname. Wagwan, Portland.
What they have, brother? What's up? Why?
They have a set up for the World Cup, you know.
Yeah, man, the World Cup is on us, but...
By the way, the World Cup, I got interrupt the Sports Explosion, I think, some mornings, I think, when... I'll get to the details, though. Because we're going to be carrying some of the games and things, so...
Yeah, man. But what I say still, before we talk on the World Cup, we realize, even with Alan, the star-studded team, they don't look so hot,
No man, if the ref no help them can't beat nobody, man.
A real thing, man.
Like when the ref round the stand up to them where they, hey, the VR man look like him will want to give him a penalty, though, The VR man check VR about 10 times in the game to give him a penalty.
For real, man.
Kevin De Bruyne turn die for my boss.
Them not look so hot at all, so I wonder what happen for the World Cup now,
Them look a little bit jaded.
Real.
Them look a little bit, I don't know. It's hard to explain because they struggled to beat Fulham the game before. The referee gave them a dubious penalty.
The referee made them beat Fulham.
Yeah, the referee helped them beat Fulham. And now Brentford go around them yard go beat them. I don't know.
Sure.
If Arsenal fans don't believe, boy, I don't know when they're not going to believe it.
Well, I love how they're playing them now.
They're cheering for them now, man.
It's that like a team where from a longer time we want them do well, Because even last year, I think them give them Champions League but when them lose them
because Portland here, you see, because of this pep ratings and this pep exaggeration where them are. Me don't want Pep win the more league, my boss. The only argument when them have about Pep and them greatness is saying win this league every year,
Yeah.
Because we not run a Champions League, See, so all them have for sure we say is Pep are the greatest because he win the league every year. So any team we can beat them, brother. Me on the Arsenal wagon. Letting them support for the season.
Right, we're going to enjoy the World Cup, but we can't wait to be done to come back to this Premier League.
I want to tell you, if we go up on a run and start close the gap on them up there too, me take back my support from Gunners and carry back coming to Liverpool too.
Okay. and you know, say, one Man U fanatic, me chose to offer one Man U fanatic take it up, Yeah, man, I bet them say, them Man U can't finish at Liverpool.
No, but me tell Jerome that already.
And a man pick up the offer.
Me tell Jerome already, say Jerome, talk to me at the end of the season, because you not finish higher than me,
Can't, no way.
Well, them look, it's a brilliant goal he would score though.
Yeah, man, for real.
Brilliant goal him scored.
Before Man U score a goal, I'm actually applaud.
Yeah, man, it was a brilliant goal. The pace,
good goal.
The pace and composure where he was and that finish there. Wow. 18-year-old, Spaniard. Young Spaniard.
Right. World Cup.
Yeah, man.
I hear something, me not check it for myself if it's true. But the Spain team, yes, Thiago not in the squad.
Yeah, man, they not left. Thiago not in the squad. Sergio Ramos not in the squad. De Gea not in the squad.
Then I saw that team the bad. That's can't afford them the man.
No, man, older people them there. So I suppose them are go for the younger.
Okay.
And that's so like a transition move.
Anyway, my little prediction for the World Cup still no call. But like how Brazil look. Argentina are really my team, but I carry one dark horse. It may not happen, but I carry them. Holland.
You make me talk to National over the weekend, and from last week when they are National, I tell me say Holland I'm dark horse.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure me overly impressed by Holland still. Trust me.
But I see what them are doing in the World Cup, but I carry them on the side.
All right, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Portland, Liverpool. Boss, checking in. Go for a quick break. What was that a while ago, Obi? What was that? Power failure? We'll be back in a jiffy. Soon come back. Sports Explosion soon come. Come back to the Sports Explosion. We're live at It's 92 FM. It's a Monday morning. Before the start of the World Cup. What we do, Obi? WhatsApp segment right away. Go to the Explosion segment. Over here, what the erudite WhatsApp family have to say about the issues of the day. Explosion segment.
Welcome to our Explosion segment.
Morning, Sports Explosion. Sir Tracey, producer. A Palmer from Geisel. Sir Tracey, hear your friend a commentate on a match. You're bridging down the road a commentate on a match last week. The match say 0-0, But one side that dominate the game. But him can't mention say the side that play better, so him use a different thing. Him say if it was points, if we were getting points, so far for where you do so far. Side A would I get all of the points, the other side wouldn't get no points. Mark on the other side, I defend well, you know, as Cantoni, you know, very well. The other side still not score. You know, get chances and a miss. Goalkeeper save. Yeah, but them that old points the other team based on your bridging commentary.
Morning explosion crew. First out of east. Why craziness out the road, but we never get into that. Sports we say. Reggae girl last, you know, say the last year, we don't feel no way about the last year. At least the coaching staff can see them problem from early. Because winning them would have feel comfortable maybe. So them can work out them problem now. Going in the future, going into different matches, you know. As the coach say, you know, different players might use. Anyhow. Congratulations, KC Fortis. Congratulations, Arsenal. The two teams them are going good. I hope in a World Cup, France will do back-to-back again. Yeah, man. France will say in a World Cup. Overall, Messi play a full game against one lowly place team in the league. The man come off in the 78th minute. Neymar the same thing. Mbappe play full. While the man I love them ball, man. No star, no rest for them. Wow. Yeah, Neymar turned 30, want him World Cup now. Messi, you know, no say him want it too. You know, Mbappe, I go want it back. You know, go see what happen now. People out the road, behave on yourself, protest peacefully. Love your brother. And don't do no harm unnecessarily. Fuzzy out.
Morning explosion family. Well, Tracey, we never planned for sending no voice note today. Because I sending voice note couple times and it not play. But I wonder when you play. You just shot yourself in the foot. Mona versus Casey. When you listen back to what you say, you think Mona played the better game overall. Oral Tracey, how the game done? Mona lose. Is that play better and lose? Argument done.
Blessed morning, Sports Explosion family. Craig from Outer Houston. Oral Tracey, big up yourself. Producer. Oral. Jamaica. Remember this. November 14, 2022. Oral Tracey said, and I quote, I think Mona played the better overall ball. End of quote. Those who are proponents of playing better and lose, don't know what to take from that. Secondly, you tell the people, I know you're not going out this man and talk about Lakers beat up Nets, tell the people the standings of both teams. Nets going into the game about 6-7. Lakers 2-10 with your favorite player on it. Yeah? Tell the people that. Thirdly, cricket, we're going to file a class action lawsuit. Pioneer, Jerome, all of the other people that want to talk about this thing. We were never saying the primary focus of cricket was, 2020 cricket, was to hit singles. Nobody said that. In fact, West Indies are the only team that we complain that at the end of the day, we not make enough singles. Because they're the only team who have a problem there, brother. Zin, we never said it was the primary focus. Nobody said that. You will come and change the goalpost and want to turn this into an argument like you did. I said that. Who would have argued such nonsense, Ora? Brother, go easy, man.
Morning Sports Explosion team. Oral, yeah, I said Christie equivalent to Kobe in the last part of the Lakers career. But you don't have to go so far. I see him where Chris Gayle used to go on with him big ego and it leave him and him say this and that, you know, but this everybody and this and that. And I say, who no same as legend and this and I don't know how I'm to them sports star, man. When I leave them for just leave respectively, you.
Oral, morning. Hey, Master, man. No real Arsenal fan don't support City. Then, man like Zidane, man like special one them we are talking about. Them man they are not born Gunners fan, brother. Them man they are just born some Wagonist fan. Me, 38-year-old now. And from me a boy, Me I care Arsenal, and I never care Arsenal because of one man. Me care because of how the team, the style of football them always play. When I some wild man in England, Arsenal come put on football and show man of knock football. And me get so attached to Arsenal ever since. And even in the bad days, Arsenal still, me never yet go on one wagon and say, yo, City. First of all, real Arsenal fan now care Man City. Real Arsenal fan now go care Tottenham. Real Arsenal fan no care Man U. Then Arsenal always want people always passionate about for them team. Learn that. The next thing we all need to get skill cool like Bob Campbell, man. But then give you some history of your tech. I ask you this over years on your Facebook page and them stuff there, and I don't see you matriculate, but more you deal with, man. The man they can give you some real history. Skill cool like Bob Campbell about them. See your dominant very technical team. Our 70, 76 them time there, yeah.
Morning, Maverick. Dalton and massive big up. Maverick, so you say about Christy a while ago, brother, you break it down properly. You see me? Inflated ego, man. You understand? Yeah, man. Man for no one for let go. You understand? Yeah, you know, see the man all go on, but the man this all was I know. Yeah, man. But the Rooney say something like Ronaldo attitude and, you know, and thing. The man mentioned Rooney in the interview. I said, yo, Rooney must be jealous of him because if Rooney stop play, animal play at a high level. You see me? Yeah, man, a man I say, yo, maybe because he look better than Rooney. I said, what a brother, man. Maverick, one more thing. Ask the people them say, if the batting power play have to prevent singers.
Morning, Nora. Morning, Sports&NewJa. Or Man U fan here. I know Cristiano Ronaldo fan too. I know some my madman them can't defend him saying right. Cause me so madman a long time I say. If you play and I say coach you build his side. Or if you build your side around 30, I'm gonna soon be 38. And the man not have a same have a same push and same energy like when he did have before. He not score no goal when he start. My choir say he not start. When he start he not score. And he still a choir. When he coach drop him he still a choir say he not start. Man them a joke man we a defend him man. A long time man fi go on. For the man he come out and me keep here people here you know say he coach that team go on. You can't tell me which part you this one bid come in for him and then turn it down. No bid name come in for him, you know, so how he coach it that should have everybody has say coach should have let him go and I know bid name come in for him.
Good morning, Sports Explosion. Oral Tracey, big up yourself. I have a question here. I wanted to look at the stats for 3 games yesterday. Man City versus Brentford. Man City ball possession was 75%, Brentford 25%. Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest 32%, Crystal Palace 68%. Bournemouth versus Everton. Bournemouth 36%, Everton 64%. The teams with the lowest ball possession won their games. So I want you ask your friends and your callers which team played the better ball. Is it the team with the more ball possession or the team that won the game?
Mr. Tracey, producer, big up his family, Kabla here. Tracey, we're going to beat you, brother. I beat you and Badger. Badger must take a break off of the radio, take a suspension off of the radio. Because you come this morning and talk about things and nobody never say single, you must play single in a match. What they said is that the amount of that ball when the end of one game innings, the amount of that ball where you have. Those that ball, if you take 1 and 2 half of them, it can increase your total. For example, you have 40 that ball and you play 120. Half of the 40 that ball, Virginia, if you take out of 40, if you take 20 single, and 140 score that in a batsman. And that the man they must say, you know, understand, I feel your head tough man, so we're going to beat you until you get it. Because you need to stop the win argument. You start about people win argument, but you do it. Anyway, big up your show where they are listening and I enjoy. We tune in, alright? Cool.
That was our Explosion segment.
Oh, that cover. Yeah, my boss, but it is more important. If we can block 1, if we can block 3 out of over and 2 travel, then we never have to run for them 3 other ball. Yeah? So if we block 3 and 2 traveling, we make up back for them 3 then we block already. That is why hitting boundaries is the primary focus. And the question I want to ask why is it if singles are not as important as boundaries, why is it that after every game West Indies lose, all we can hear is that we're not taking enough singles? So not take on the licks. Take on the licks. I want the man, what am I saying? So them catch me the argument about Mona play better. No, so not that me say. When you misconstrue what me say. Me say Mona play a better overall game. Fine. But KC have whisper. They whisper a part of KC game. I was talking Mona versus KC minus whisper, Remember, say whisper is the X factor, See? So what whisper did would have got to KC's play, So Mona never play better than KC. But I was probably never articulated properly. But take out whisper out of the game and look at the game. Then you say Mona look like the better football team. But when you add whisper to the equation, then KC played the better game, brother. Overall. That's why them win. Them never even win close either. 4-2 them win, All right, 920-2053, 920-6441. It's a big question. The person asking, the batting power play, how come it's not here to prevent singles? A boundary. What a brilliant question. Marlon, morning.
Ricochet, man.
Ricochet, a.k.a. Marlon. Ricochet, same one, man. What about
so hold on, the wagon wheel pop off Craig Bott, that thing, No,
man, them in the semi-final, man. And the first game, them are lose to the season. But they been qualified for semi-final already. But that game was to decide who win.
So my team, Jamaica College, them still about?
Yeah, man. JC, in fact, Mona going to play JC in the semi-final.
Wow, I love that.
And KC are going to play Stats.
Yeah, Stats are my alma mater,
Yeah, man. So
technical, yeah.
So I said, Stats are your alma mater and JC are your team.
Yeah.
Ricochet, you're the best in my boss.
No, man, when they're in a final.
Imagine your team. Your team, hey, you sound like them man, they run Arsenal and Man City, Your team in the semi-final, Your alma mater in the semi-final, And you say JC are your team.
Yeah, man, because I'm passionate about JC, my boss. Make it where you want it. But them got some finals,
No, but your side this year. Your school is there,
Who you think say me a play? Who you think say me a back in a final when they reach a final?
Oh, you're back Stats. Oh, by the way, we never mentioned the D Cup, We never mentioned the D Cup, people. Sorry. I think Manchester High Mannings made the semi-final already. I think them going to play tomorrow for a televised game. And then Clarendon College and who are battle out for the next semi-final. I think I didn't tell.
So here me I say, me I beat my coach named Pep,
Pep, what me I beat him?
The Madrid boss there.
Ancelotti.
You rate him over clap?
Ancelotti?
Yes.
Overall?
Overclap.
Yeah, Ancelotti no bigger. Ancelotti one of the biggest coach in a football history.
You don't mention nothing about clap and you rate him over clap.
No man, boss. My rating for clap is what him do with Liverpool, my boss. Over pass, how much team? You never hear me put clap in a good argument.
You major of clap and Pep together with the same and the Madrid boss.
Oh, you mean?
You have clap then as a third or a fourth then.
Yeah, man. Me never evaluate clap. Well, but me never evaluate clap as an overall great coach yet, my boss. Me only evaluate clap with what him do with the Liverpool team in that period, my boss. I have never put clap in the good conversation,
So what kind of wagon is thing you depend with Arsenal now? You say Arsenal depend on like 5 points, you fly up.
No man, come on, anybody for beat City. If me not beat City, then me don't want somebody for beat City, man.
So you don't get a little beat off of me same way, a little mistake beat off of me.
Anybody for beat City, my boss, and stop Pep from win the next league title. Right? People like you are going to tell me say man the GOAT because he win 2 league titles. She beat Southampton and Brighton and win 2 league titles.
Bossy, I see we lose some little match last season, we still come back and win the league same way.
You mean?
You understand?
You mean
we
City?
have to win the league this season, brother. We have to go in the league.
City.
And Champions League, no more want to give a batteration in that guy.
Yo.
If City ever win, bossy. Member says,
you can't win that argument. We can't tell you from now. If Pep and City win Champions League, I'm going to come tell you say a long time him shall win it. Him not do nothing
yeah,
special.
but you get only for beating. I criticize the man from win, brother, and I criticize the team, brother.
Me I tell you what me I say from now. He coming like if Messi win the World Cup this year. Let me tell you from, let me burst in a bubble from now. If Messi win, go on, so go win the World Cup on a Qatar. Nobody come here with no bag of excitement like you beat me, you know. Come Messi to win that long time.
We have to beat Argentina, you know. We have to go take out the belt buckle and the stick and everything.
Ricochet, you see Messi win the World Cup this year, and we come say the man after he win it. This should be the second or third World Cup he win. We not celebrate the little one with
no, me say one crowd go up at the RJR show. Maybe he can't go come out or he can't go in. Because if you buck him, boss, a problem.
You can't beat me for no argument. If Messi win this year, a 2 or 3 should have win.
Alright.
If Pep win Champions League this year, this should be 4 or 5 him should have win.
Yeah. Make a squeeze in somebody else.
Big up yourself, Ricochet. Ricochet, me give you a little one beat after you're gone with the stats on JC something.
Yeah, he's off the beat. What, stats?
Beat.
At JC, me bringing out
you give you a little beat after you come off my program. After you come off my radio.
Me say at JC, me bringing the finals when them play against stats. We just love JC, brother.
So if stats on JC, I play, who you bring?
At JC, me I bring, brother.
Alright, sir.
Yeah, that's a party.
Big up, Ricochet.
Yeah.
Ricochet. The man say, hey, you hear that, Obi? The man say, go stats, you know. Stats say, alma mater, you know. But a JCM team. What a man dangerous, man. Who we have now? Genius himself, man.
Welcome, big boss.
What, you hear Ricochet a while ago, sir?
No, man.
It's only a Man City man that thought them way there, you know.
Wednesday.
The man say he used to go stats. See?
Yeah.
But a JCM team.
No.
So me ask him if JC and Stats are playing at the Money Cup final, who am I bring? The man say JC.
Hey, no, alright. Let me tell you something. Yes. Oh, before I go in a sport.
It's only a Man City fan that tell them something, you know.
One second condolence to our bring.
Yeah, man. To my virgin, Orville Higgins. He lost his mother over the weekend, my boy.
And he's a man who love his mother.
Yes, man. Him and his mother very close. Well, he publicized his closest to his mother. Me very close to my mother too, you know, but me deal with my thing different. Me no post my mother on social media. No. But me and my mother talk almost every day, my boss.
Oh, that good.
Yeah, man. But me not too publicize my thing. But Harvey lost his mother still. So we are say condolences to him. You see me I say?
Alright. Southie, I don't hear my favorite caller, Southie.
I don't know. So because we a new caller, Bam Rush show, so Southie good, I can't get you again.
Alright, big up yourself, Southie anyway.
He listen to man. He listen.
Yeah, man, big up Southie. Where said the man saying was stats for a JC support?
Yeah, man, same stats thing, man, but a JC team.
A serious wagon man.
Guess which EPL team him support?
A City support.
Then a City support.
You know what I said? Differently still, you know, sir. You know what top side and team there, you know. I see my little school.
Yeah.
Them now gonna win a champion football, you know.
Me know.
Hurt me hard to go there, go support Calabar and Casey and say.
But it different now. But it different though, Genius, man. Cause the man team in the semi-final. Stats in the semi-final, you know. Stats in the semi-final.
Well, I feel that.
The man says so. Where my team are going with? Me say why your team? Him say JC. He says Stats I'm alma mater, but JCM team.
We can't do it, man.
Big up Ricochet.
You fly over England now. You can't do that. When you see school, let me go. Me happy say.
I mean, if you, alright, you can say if you suppose your school drop out.
Yeah.
If your school drop out, you can say.
You not carry no more. Me not carry no more.
Alright. Let's say a word.
That's it to me heart, man.
Let's say a word. That's true.
Yeah, man. The school, man. I tell you, I can't watch Man in Cup now go champs, man.
When your team not up there.
No, we can't support the next school, man.
I agree with you, my boss.
We can't do it, brother.
We don't do it either.
We just watch it for the fun.
That's what I do. That's what I do too. If you notice, me never come tell you, say no school. And my school in a Man in Cup or no school. No, sir.
So seriously, we can't wear we cannot wear a Calabar flag. We don't do, we can't. Alright.
Yeah.
I want to go over England, quick and fast, because the time around. I want to win for one team especially. Newcastle and ABO.
Coach of the year so far.
Hey, Sir Tracey, what the man are doing now?
Come talk, man.
Why, hey, I remember before last season, there was a big discussion about players that he bring in.
Hey.
And it makes him do so good. But me not think so, Mr. Tracey.
No, sir.
Me think the man have something about him where it a work for him. Yeah, man. I tell you, the man then I play table, you know.
Yeah, man.
The man a really training us, Sir Tracey.
With Amaran and Joe Linton them.
Yeah, man.
And Chris Woods them. They're big coach. And them think they're big coaching, man.
The biggest thing here, bro, there at the England. Right back.
Trippier. Nobody have a Brazilian in the middle.
Yeah.
Have a Brazilian in the middle.
Yeah, the Brazilian. Yeah. But I don't know big side, anima.
Them kind of coaching them rate.
Yeah, man. You have to look where man. You have to look where man.
Yeah, man.
You say something this morning, Mr. Tracey. Hurt me heart, bad.
Which one then?
You say City fans and Arsenal fans. No do that.
Oh.
Do that.
Me never talk like you, see. You...
No, man. Tell us, I never support an expect. One person support a side, you know. I'm sorry that, you know.
All right, boss.
All right, so we'll get it, man.
Want to take one more, yeah. Bless up. Bless up. Who have there? Morning, United, man. I was looking forward to you coming to put a cap on this Ronaldo discussion. United, where you there?
Yeah, man. Straight out of the walls of Old Trafford. Man.
Yes, sir.
You see, Ronaldo ego get the best side, man.
Yeah, man. You tell her this morning, man.
When you go say no respect, then who have a back him on that? And him now perform on the pitch.
But it come down to what you... I know you did say Ten Hag should have let him go. You did say so?
No, me never say so, but nobody never want him, Maverick. It's not even the fuck of Ten Hag letting him go, you know. Where the club them, where did that...
Well, that a man said that the voice note a while ago. Where were the offers?
Remember, the man came out from early and said he want left the guy, he want play Champions League, but no one came in for Ronaldo.
Yes, sir.
That's the thing, you know. So all the money we are different Ronaldo and I talk about Ronaldo did a carry team bomb back. How he score so much goal and then nobody no want him? The man make it clear saying he want left in Maverick. If you remember in the summer.
I remember, man.
And no concrete interest was there. You have some little rumors, but we know the rest.
We are at Chelsea whisper.
Yeah, no, the Chelsea thing now Tuchel never want him, and that's why Todd Burley run with Tuchel.
Yeah.
Because Todd Burley as an American, see Ronaldo as a big business opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
Tuchel as a coach say, no, Ronaldo going to make him team go back way. And that's the thing in Maverick. Some man just look for the goal, them, and as I say, some man cannot see the game beyond the numbers.
No, man, but watch Ronaldo and see Ronaldo. A shot.
Yeah, I said this, Maverick. You know, so when you re-sign him, it actually, I say, it's an upgrade on Cavani. That's what me think, you know, because I never did watch him run a Syria.
Can you compare to Cavani too?
No, I look on the numbers, them, I say Cavani always injured. But when soon as I start watching him, I realize I watch him. Done ball. Soon as I start watching him, I realize I done ball. So when the man go try disrespect Ten Hag, Ronaldo just...
What's going to work now for the rest of the season now?
No, we'll get rid of him in January. There is no return, man.
Yeah, in burning bridges now.
Yeah, and him saying no respect. Why would you not respect Ten Hag? So you respect Solskjaer?
He said because Ten Hag don't respect him. That's what he said.
So why am to Ole gonna Solskjaer, a crap manager? So him not have nothing bad to say about Ole, but yet you don't respect Ten Hag.
Because Ole used to play him.
Ole was a bootlicker. I remember one match in Maverick where we are lead Everton 1-0. We are play good. We never had no reason to put on Ronaldo. And Ole put him on just because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now we not play the game. And them thing them boss. Ronaldo for us an ego I get the best time Maverick.
Yes, sir.
The man have the club the man willing for him play and the club lose.
That's the point. That's the point I was making. And that bad man, you forget that man out of your club, man.
Yeah, man. Maverick, it's no problem because you see why him come out and do him only make it easier at club now for act.
Yeah, make it easier for Ten Hag, yeah.
Yeah, for Ten Hag get rid of him.
And you know Ten Hag deal with it professionally though. You realize I'm dealing with it professionally.
Ten Hag is a serious manager, my boss. And that's why most Man United fans wanted Ten Hag because them do them research on the man and see the man mentality and see how the man deal with things. So Ronaldo does make a fool of himself. And I'm fanboys him alone. I go try defend him. You can't defend a man to do that, my boss.
Old Trafford, guess what? The clock strike.
Alright, now
big up yourself. We talk tomorrow. Alright. We close on that note. Today, Monday the 14th of November 2022. 6 days before the start of the World Cup finals. Can't wait. I think I'll be busy though, you know. Never clone the Maverick for the World Cup in OB. Because we have things I do all about the place, you know. Including Sports Explosion when we can, I think. Well, we don't get the schedule yet, so we don't know exactly what is what. I guess we'll be here some mornings. And I don't know what the arrangements are. We'll make the announcement before the end of the week. Alright, that's it, you know. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, which will be Tuesday morning, to do it all over again. Until then, I think the Jamaica Scorpions play again today. Looking for a place. It's going on now, Obi? No, we play today. Play 1 o'clock today. We'll be playing for a place in the semi-finals of the regional Super 50. So we peep over the fence and look what's happening. Until then, though. Until tomorrow morning, though. This has been. Check me out on Sports Commentary later. You'll find something to talk about later. You don't know with the drama. And you don't know the thing already. We'll be back here tomorrow morning to do it all over again. Until then, this has been the Big Bad Sports Explosion. Oh.